Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, in the previous class we were discussing the question answers of the sample paper. Now today also we will going to continue with the same, and in the last one we had seen up to question number 36, that is which of the following are not ionic compound, and now we will going to start with question number 37. Now see here in question number 37, question is that the so see here in the question it is given that the electronic configuration of three elements X, Y and Z, and the electronic configuration it is given below. Of X it is 2 and 4, Y it is 2 and 7, and Z that is 2 1. Which two elements will combine to form an ionic compound, and write the correct formula. Now see here, in case of a, if we look here, in case of a X, it is 2 4. Now it is 4 students, and you know that it need 4 more electrons to complete its octet. So there is a need of a 4 more electron in case of a X. While in case of a Y it is 2 7, so it need one more electron to complete its octet. And in case of a Z it is 2 and 1, so it will try to lose this one electron. So by this you can understand that Y is equals to 2 7, it need one more electron, and Z wants to lose that one electron. So obviously when this will lose the electron it will become Z positive, and Y, this one will be transferred to Y, and Y will become Y negative. Obviously which one will going to form the ionic compound, that is ZY. So the answer it will be ZY. Okay, so what kind of the formula will be there between them? So here it will be the formula will be ZY. Okay, so this is the correct formula for the formation of a ZY. Now see here, during photosynthesis the food is prepared in leaves, and this food gets stored in the form of, now see here, photosynthesis the food is prepared in leaves, and the food gets stored in the form of. So you know that in the formation of the, in the process of the photosynthesis there is a formation of a glucose, and this glucose is distributed to all the different parts of the plant. But what happened if the excess glucose will be there? So plants used to store it into the different parts in the form of a starch, so that it can be used up. So the food which is prepared by that of the plant will be stored in the plant in the form of a starch, and which will be used later by the plant itself. So the here the answer, it correct answer will be the starch. That food is stored in the form of a starch. Although you know that the formation, the food which is prepared by that of the plant, it is glucose, but excess glucose is stored in the form of a starch here. Now see the next question, question number 39. In case of a kidney failure, this is question number 39. In case of kidney failure, an artificial kidney can be used for cleaning the blood of a person by separating urea from the blood. Now see here, question is that when an kidney failure occur, obviously dialysis or an artificial kidney is used for cleaning the purpose, for cleaning the blood of a person, in which we separate the urea from the blood, which is the waste material. What is this process called as? So osmosis, filtration, circulation, and dialysis. Yes, it is the dialysis in which this process, the artificial kidney, is used, and there we actually clean the waste material from that of the blood of the person. And yes, this process of separation actually occur through the concentration gradient. So we can say here that this process is good in order to clean the blood of a person, in order to separate urea from blood. So by this we can say that the answer is dialysis. Now see the next question. Question is, complete digestion of food takes place in. Now see here. You know that even in the, if we start with that of the mouth, so the partial digestion of starch occur, even emulsification also occur, but if we talk about the digestion of a protein, so partial digestion of protein occur in the stomach, and other emulsification will occur in that of the intestine. So out of the two, you know that the complete digestion will take place in the small intestine, where the proper absorption of the material also occur. So we can say here that because the enzymes, the total enzymes are present in that of the small intestinal wall, so the complete digestion of the food occur in the small intestine. That is small intestine. Now see here, the enzymes that break down starch into simpler form is known as. Okay, now starch is what? It is a kind of a complex carbohydrate, and the conversion of the carbohydrate into simpler form. What is the simpler form here? That is glucose. So, the conversion of starch into glucose. Now, you know that since the starch is what? It is a complex carbohydrate. So, the conversion of the starch into the simpler form, proteases proteases is used to convert the protein into simpler form. Lipase is for emulsification of fats. Salivary amylase, yes, it can be the breakdown of the starch can occur here actually. Trypsin is also used for the digestion of a protein. So out of the four option, the option which is correct is the amylase. Remember that carbohydrate, it will be breakdown, or it will be converted into the simpler form with the help of the enzyme, that is amylase. So basically amylase is there to convert the carbohydrate into the smaller form. Okay, so according to the four options which is given below, we can say it is salivary amylase, which help in the conversion of the starch into the simpler form. Now see here, a boy is standing in front of a plane mirror at a distance of 3 meters from it. What is the distance between the boy and his image? Now a boy is there, he is standing in front of a plane mirror at a distance of 3 meters from it. Distance between the boy and the image will be. Now see here student, try to understand this. This is a plane mirror. This is the plane mirror and boy is standing here. Okay, the boy is standing here, and the distance between this to this is what? 3 meter. And we know that the image, the distance of the object in front of the mirror in the plane mirror will be equals to the distance of the image, means the object distance and the image distance is same. It means the object, if an object is 3 meter in front of a plane mirror, the image will be also formed 3 meter, yes, but behind that of the mirror. Okay, so if object is placed in front of the mirror is of 3 meter, so the image formed, it is also of a 3 meter behind the mirror, so the image will be formed here, and the distance between this and this is again 3 meter. So this is the boy and this is his image. Now question is that what is the distance between the boy and the image? So here it is not talking about that what is the distance between the boy and the mirror or the image of the boy and the mirror, but here just saying that what is the distance between the boy and his image. Now you can see here that the distance between the boy to that of the mirror is 3 meter and that of the image is also 3 meter. So the distance between that of the boy and his image will be what? It will be equals to 3 plus 3 and that is 6 meter. Okay, so we will going to take this whole distance and this is 3 plus 3 6 meter. So the distance between the boy and his image is what? That is 6 meter. Okay, now see here the next question. Question is that is the image formed by a concave mirror, it is real, inverted and of same size as that of the object. The position of the object should be. Now see here, image is formed in a concave mirror and that image is what? It is real one, it is inverted and that image is of same size. So what will be the position of the object? So you know that the image is formed at the same size and this will happen when the object is kept at the center of curvature, because if the object is kept at the center of curvature the image formed will also be at center of curvature, but the image will be what? It will be inverted, real and inverted. Okay, but the size will remains the same. So obviously by all this the options which is given here, we will prefer that the answer will be what? At center of curvature. Okay, now which type of mirror is used by ENT specialist as a head mirror? ENT specialist means ear, nose and tongue. Okay, so which what they will going to use as a head mirror, what kind of a mirror will be used by them? So the kind of a mirror which is used by them, it is what? Concave mirror. And what is the reason behind it? Because concave mirror used to enlarge the size of the image. If suppose you will take a convex mirror used to decrease the image formed in that of a convex mirror is what? That is diminished one, right? And the doctor wants to see the enlarged image. So according to that, the image which will be formed here, it will be the mirror which is used in order to see the enlarged image of an object will be what? It will be a concave mirror. So the answer, it will be the concave mirror. Now here, if a convex lens is used to focus sunlight on a paper, where the paper should be placed so that it catches fire. So if a convex lens is used to focus sunlight on a paper, where the paper should be placed. So obviously, convex lens is what in which the light used to converge at a point. Uh, Now see here, object is kept at 25 centimeter from the lens, at optical center of lens, at principal focus, and at center of curvature. So you know that if we want to focus, so all the parallel beam of a light which is coming from that of the sunlight, when passes through that of the convex lens, which is a converging lens, so they will going to converge at a point which we called as a principal focus, right? So here, if we will going to keep the paper at principal focus, then it will be then we can say that the converging can occur, or we can say that uh, the uh, the paper will catch as fire, because all the light ray will going to converge at a point at a principal focus. Okay, so answer will be C. Now when a ray of a light passes through glass prism, it suffers. So, a ray of a light passes through glass prism. Uh, you know that basically a glass prism undergo two refraction. This is a prism. When a ray of light fall on the prism, now see, before that it was at a rarer medium, but as it enter into the glass prism starts moving from the rarer to denser medium. So we can say it will bend towards the normal. And so this is the first refraction. And then from the denser medium, it will goes to the rarer medium. So it will moves away from that of the normal. Okay, so we can say here that there are two refraction will take place through a glass prism. Okay, so we can write here answer will be two refraction. Now see here, question is, water in deep sea is bluish in color due to absorption of light by the sea, reflection of sky in water, scattering of light, presence of plant in the sea. Now why water appears bluish in color? So basically in deep sea it is blue in color because of the reflection. Okay, so reflection of a sky in water, that's why it is bluish in color. Okay, so the color of the deep sea, it is because of that. Now see here, question number 48. Now which of the following diagram correctly explain the passage of the white light? Now see here passage of white light, you know that when a light falls on the surface of the prism, then it used to show the process of dispersion. And the process of dispersion actually includes the where the white light will get dispersed into the seven color, and that seven color is what it is of Vibgyor. Okay, so that will include the violet and the red color, in which the violet is having the least wavelength and the red is having the uh, sorry, the violet is having the uh, least wavelength, and yes, red is having the longer wavelength. So as you can see here by this, that the correct option will be what? It will be A, students, in which you will find that the dispersion of a light can take place and all the seven colors will be formed when the white light passes through that of the prism. Okay, so the correct option will be A. Now see here, if you see here section C, so section C will include the 10 questions, and this is a kind of a case study. Now the case is, amoeba is an animal which is having no fixed shape. It ingests food particle by formation of a temporary finger-like projection. The food vacuole inside amoeba breaks down the food into small and soluble molecule. The digested the digested food is thrown out by amoeba by the rupture of cell membrane, and it goes on for the search of next food particle. Now you see here that the amoeba is not having the fixed shape. Yes, it is actually having a pseudopodia, which basically help in engulfing the food particle, and then that will be again it when the digestion will occur, then the one part of the amoeba will get burst, and due to which the undigested food will be the waste, we can say, it will be thrown out. So rupture of a cell membrane will occur, and again the next food particle will be engulfed by that of pseudopodia. Now the question is, how many nuclei an amoeba can have in their cell? So we know that the amoeba is what it is, having only one nucleus, and due to which it will shows the process of a fission also. So we can say here that the nuclei can an amoeba have in their cell is 1. Now, the amoeba is a unicellular eukaryote that have a ability to change its. You know that amoeba is having the ability to change its shape, and the reason is, yes, it is the pseudopodia which keeps on changing, and due to which the it is able to move also. So there is no definite shape of amoeba, and according to that we can say here that amoeba eukaryotic, which is a having an ability to change its shape. Now see here, how many in which of the following part digestion of amoeba take place? Now the process of digestion of amoeba, you know that it will take place in the food vacuole only, where the certain digestive enzyme will enter into it and the process of digestion can be completed. So we can say here that it is the food vacuole where the where the digestion of the food particles will take place. What type of a nutrition is followed by amoeba? Now the type of a nutrition which is followed by amoeba is holozoic, because it is not a parasitic, it is not a saprophytic or autotrophic, but yes, holozoic, where the ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion process will properly take place. So according to that we can say that it used to follow the holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay, now this is the one case. Now if we will look at the other case, students, so this is of physics, and now let us see this case number C. We will see the case number B tomorrow. Now see here, it is very interesting to note our stomach produces hydrochloric acid. It helps in the digestion of food without harming the stomach. During indigestion, the stomach produces too much acid, and this causes pain and irritation. To get rid of this pain, people uses base called antacid, and the antacid help in neutralizing the excess acid. magnesium hydroxide, a mild base, is often used for this purpose. Now, pH of an acid is actually pH of an acid is less than 7. We know that it is always less than 7. At what pH human body normally works? So basically it works at a pH of 5 to 7. 5 to 7. Now name a chemical reaction which happen when stomach acids react with milk of magnesia. So you know that a reaction of an acid and milk of magnesia is a base. So the reaction between an acid and base is what? It is a neutralization reaction. Which of the following is a strong base? Sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, and aluminium hydroxide. Out of the four, sodium hydroxide is considered to be the strongest base. And I told you that here for removing the excess acidity, the antacid is a mild, not very strong base. Okay.